Hi, good morning. It's me, Teacher Jen. Welcome to this week's art class. So, what we have here is a photo of a glass of water. So, to do this, we need to establish the height of our image. So, let's just say we are going to start here. So, this is going to be the size of the image, and then we need to get the width. Let's just say we are starting from this area. Then eventually we could adjust the drawings as we go along. Then we need to find the center of the image somewhere here. Let's just say, let's do a ratio on this area. Then what you need to do is establish the oblong shape of the top part of your drawing. Make sure that the lid or the tip of the glass is smooth oblong shape. Then what you need to pay attention is both sides has a little bit of an angle. Okay, now this one, if you notice it properly, it's a little bit wide compared to the top part. On, let's just say, let's put it somewhere here so we could sit on this area and also on this side. These are just initial sketches. You could still modify it as you go along. Now this one, the bottom part, if you notice it properly, it's a little bit inside on the top part or the tip of the glass of water. So let's just say, let's put it somewhere here and also on the other side. So if this is the area of the tip, somewhere here yan will land. Then of course you need to find the bottom part. Then inside the bottom part there is a reflection that is somewhat an oblong shape. Okay, now you need to establish the middle part. Okay, and then you need to put up or place the initial shadows or reflections on your subject. Then you need to establish the weight of your glass. So the table is somewhere here. It's not going to be directly hitting this one. It's above this area. So this one would be above here, and the table would be slightly in between these two lines. Okay, now once you did that, to establish the weight, you need to of course position the reflection or the shadows. This one would be the reflection, this one would be the shadows, or it would be the other way around. Now once you position the shadows or the reflection, let's just say somewhere here, everything could still be adjusted as you go along. Now we are going to change our pencil into slightly darker pencil. Let's just say we start with a 3B. Now once we have established all the initial drawing or the construction lines, we could now simply work on the shape. Since you're using pencil, make sure that you draw as light as possible. If there are adjustments that's needed to be done, by all means do so. So what you see on the left is mostly the areas that you would see on the right. Don't get confused, because this one, the lower part, is at the bottom and the top part is in the front. A lot of students will get confused that this lower part is at the front and this one's at the back. This one, the top part, which is this area, this one is in the front part, and this one is the back area. So meaning the back area has less of a detail. Let's just say, let's smooth it out a bit, but the front area will have a little bit more of the detail. Now try to slowly establish this one, which is the rim ng glass. Okay, what you just need to do is establish the line first, and you could add a bit of the shadows, but make sure it is light as possible so you don't force the issue on doing a drawing. Now establish the other side as well. Make sure when you start to establish that it is almost level from both sides. Then of course you could establish this one. There's a gap here for the highlights, which you could do a white pencil later on, or if not, you could just simply erase it with a kneaded eraser. Don't focus yet on the details. So what you just need to do is establish the balance of the overall concept and the structure of your drawing. So try to work on this one. Once you start working on this one, immediately work on the other side to make sure that you're working that your work is in balance to each other side, because we don't want this one to be too wide and we don't want the other side to be too narrow. So establish this one as well, and then of course quickly work on the other side. Okay, now if you notice that this one is a little bit higher than this one, try to adjust the other side or try to lower this one. And then of course this is the placement. Now since it's a glass, the shadows will be a little bit broken on some areas or be a little distorted. And then place this one so you have an initial shade, and also the other side. And then of course this one is in the middle if you're looking at it properly, but on that part we are going to use a lighter pencil. Let's just say an HB. Just to establish set of tone. And then let's just say use a softer eraser just to lessen the tone. And then we need to switch back to a pencil, which is an HB. Oopsies. And then we'll work on this one. Now this area is in the inside of the glass. The highlights is the one that is outside or on the front part. So after that one, what you need to establish is the reflection on your project. Now the reflection will have a bit of a distance around here, which is parang part of the highlight or a reflected light. And then of course you need to establish this one. It's going to be lighter, and this one is going to be a bit darker as you go along. Then it has a bit of strong shadow here. So there you have it. How to construct a glass of water. The detailed version of this art class will be drawn on paper and will be sent on your personal email and social media. So this is Teacher Zheng. I hope you learned something from us here at Studio Andelino and World of Arts, and I will see you guys on your art class schedules. Have a great way and take care. Love and peace.